Dear parents of grade 7s of 2021, I'm Mrs. Maintjies, the departmental head of grade 7s. Welcome back to another great year of learning. We look forward to a productive partnership with you to ensure that every grade 7 learner of 2021 can achieve their highest potential. The start of the school year is always a moment of great anticipation and excitement for everyone, students, parents, and teachers alike. There is that wonderful sense of a new beginning and a fresh start. We recognize that in order to be successful at school, children need the support from both the home and school. We know a strong partnership with you will make a great difference in your child's education. The focus should always be on the new upcoming adventure of learning and growing. Let us embrace this moment and prepare our grade 7s to get the most of it this year as possible. There will definitely be highs and lows and challenges, but by staying focused and positive, most obstacles can be overcome. As partners, we share the responsibility for our grade 7 success and want to assure you, as parents, that we as grade 7 educators will do our very best to carry out our responsibilities. Dear grade 7 parents, here is the agenda regarding our general information meeting.
Getting to know the grade 7 teachers. Mrs. R. Maintjies, she is our departmental head, geography teacher and registered teacher of 7BB. The learners have received a classwork book and the Platinum SS textbook. Please take note, if learners lose or damage their textbooks, they need to pay for it. All learners received a textbook issuing form where the learners and parents need to sign this form as it is requested by the Department of Education. All parents and learners will receive the assessment plan for Term 1. Geography assessment consists of one project, which is equal to 50 marks, where they need to draw a sketch map of a certain area. This is the only mark for Term 1. Learners need to take responsibility for their homework and make sure they pack the correct books for their daily timetable. Ms. G. Fourie, grade head and mathematics teacher. She is also the registered teacher of 7CC. Learners have a mathematics classwork book, Schutz's grade 7 mathematics textbook, DBE book, and assessment flip file. Both the classwork book and textbook need to be at school every day. The assessment file will be kept at school every day and will be sent home once assessments have been written for parental control. All incomplete classwork must be completed at home for the following school day. Mr. M. Snyman, grade head, as well as the EMS and technology teacher and registered teacher of 7 Tech. Learners have received one workbook and one textbook for technology and EMS. Learners have also received an EMS notebook set up by the department. The workbook is where all the classwork will take place. Incomplete classwork becomes homework. A technology assignment on the jaws of life will be done this term. Learners will need syringes for this assignment. Learners need to watch the news and read newspapers regarding business matters and exchange rates. EMS is a new subject for the learners, but all work will be explained in an easy and understanding way. Mrs. C. van der Berg, SPST and Guidance. She is also the history teacher and registered teacher of 7AA. Learners have received 2 textbooks and a workbook. We encourage learners to complete classwork at home and to have their books at school during all history periods. Mrs. M. Fincham, she's the life orientation teacher and registered teacher of grade 7 Fen. Learners will be using a 30-page flip file. 2 textbooks were received. Please can learners cover these textbooks in plastic? If they need to be recovered, please do so as well. They have received a Allo pack. This resource pack covers all the work and activities for Term 1. A collage and formal test will count towards the term mark, which is equal to 70 marks. Allo is a very important subject as it guides your child towards the future. Mrs. K. Alcock, English teacher and registered teacher of grade 700. Learners have an English classwork book, spelling test book, and an assessment file. English textbooks have been ordered and we are waiting for delivery. Spelling tests will be conducted every second Thursday, starting on the 4th of March. Spelling lists are pasted in their English books. The assessment files will be kept at school and sent home for signing after assessments have been completed. Learners are encouraged to keep a pocket-sized English dictionary in their school bags. Mrs. A. Fourie, Afrikaans teacher and registered teacher of Grade 7 GG. Important components for the subject of Afrikaans is oral work, mondelinge toesprake, poems, reading, writing, comprehension, and language structures. Let your child read Afrikaans newspapers, magazines, and watch Afrikaans TV programs and movies to improve their Afrikaans and to broaden their vocabulary. Mrs. C. Soterio, she is our arts and culture teacher. Please note that CA is no longer a part of Phys Ed and LO. Learners have one 20-page flip file where their termly packs, practicals, and assessments will be filed. Please refer to the assessment management plan at the front of the file. Term 1 and 3 consists of 2 assessments, 1 performing arts and 1 visual arts. Term 2 and 4 consists of a formal written assessment including theory from previous terms. Mrs. Wafari and Mr. Yechespes take the Phys Ed. Learners will complete various forms of exercise during Phys Ed. This is to ensure that fitness levels are maintained whilst exercising in the fresh air. Learners will have Phys Ed twice in a 6-day cycle, so please ensure your child has their Phys Ed uniform with them for those days. Mr. K. Bierkes, Mrs. J. Dinner, and Mrs. K. Leader. They are all part of the natural science subject. Learners received 1 book and 1 work pack for the term. Please ensure that both the workbook and the work pack are at school every day. Homework will be given as needed. Learners are to keep up with the current affairs by watching the news. This is important as most current affairs around the world are incorporated into the science lessons. Assistant teachers. In grade 7 we have 2 assistant teachers. They are Mr. Jason Godwin and Mr. Samkelo Bulo. Assistant teachers are individuals whom have chosen to study teaching as their career choice. They help existing teachers within the classroom, whilst being guided by their mentors. In grade 7 we are blessed with 2 assistant teachers that are always willing to help and learn within the classroom.
COVID rules and regulations of Monument Primary. All protocols and rules set out must be followed. Screening is done every morning as the learners enter the school gate. If you or any family member in your household experience any symptoms of COVID or have been tested and are awaiting test results, please do not send your child to school. Follow the correct procedure in these circumstances. A daily COVID form gets filled in every morning by the registered teacher and 2 temperature recordings are taken during the day. If your child experiences any COVID symptoms, please rather keep your child at home. Absenteeism. Please inform the registered teacher via email or the office if your child is going to be absent. Absenteeism hampers progress. Please inform the registered teacher via email if your child is struggling to catch up missed work. If they are absent longer than 2 days, we need a doctor's letter. Very important, if they are absent during a formal assessment, a doctor's letter is required as per DBE rules. It is a learner's responsibility to catch up on work that has been missed. If there is a case of COVID-19 within your household, please inform your registered teacher so that the necessary arrangements can be made to collect the learner's work. In the Microsoft Teams, the Friday classes, each child has received an A4 day of book. Teams work for Fridays of all subjects will be pasted in this book. Parents to please sign on a weekly basis. This information will also be posted on the Grade 7 Teams admin group on Thursdays. This work is to be done on Fridays when learners do not attend school. Please ensure your child keeps up with the work that needs to be done. Cell phones and large amounts of money brought to school. No cell phones or smart watches to be accessed during school time. Learners should not bring large amounts of money to school. They do this at their own risk. All money payments to school must be in a sealed envelope with the learner's name and surname and the registered class on it. The learners need to hand in their money envelope at the registered class teacher. Stationery. All learners must have their own stationery as the borrowing of stationery is not permitted due to COVID-19. Visit uniform. When can it be worn? Only on days when they have visit. Birthdays. We love celebrating this special day with your child, but due to COVID protocols, all items brought to school for birthdays need to be individually wrapped. Medical condition. Please inform the registered teacher or the departmental head via email or a letter regarding the condition and personal medication that learners need to take. Unfortunately, we as teachers are not permitted to administer any medication to learners. Communication channels and discipline. Please follow the correct channels for the most effective results. If you experience any problems, then please see the specific teacher first, or then after that you can see the grade head. Thirdly, you can see the departmental head in charge of academics, that is me, Mrs. Mainkies, or the departmental head of discipline, Mr. Foster for the boys, and or Mrs. Diener for girls. Then above all by appointment only, and request appointments in your child's information book by email, please. And if your child experiences an emotional setback, please let either the teacher or the grade head know about it. You may either write a note or call or send an email to the specific teacher. Teachers will respond within 48 hours. Discipline. Please refer to all procedures and systems in the information book and support and encourage your child to respect and adhere to them. Please do not undermine our efforts to create a smooth running, safe environment. Should your child transgress the code of conduct, 3 warnings will be issued, followed by communication by either phone call or by email to the parent or guardian. If there is a pattern of homework or classwork not being done, you will receive an email to inform you of the current academic situation regarding your child's progress. As we do not have leaders yet, we have a system in place called the monitor system. Each grade 7 will get the opportunity to do a duty allocated to him or her. They will start with a 2-week period until each grade 7 has had a turn. Thereafter, the children will be given the opportunity to discuss with their class teacher if they are still interested in doing these duties. Learners will be guided by the teachers, and we will also upload videos on how to be a leader and what is expected of a leader. Mr. Moore and the SMT will then decide when leaders will be elected after the learners have had sufficient time to prove themselves. Our monitor duties include the following, and you can have a look as it appears on the video. Right, no sport or cultural activities can take place in the lockdown level 3, and then all sporting codes and cultural activities have been suspended by the district until further notice. The school will communicate any changes in this regard. Learners may compete in the SALA public speaking category through the school. Fundraising. The grade 7 fundraising is one of the most exciting and challenging experiences. We need every willing parent and grade 7 learner to become part of the grade 7 process. If you have any idea on how to raise funds for our grade 7s, please send an email to me, Mrs. Mainkies, with your ideas. This will then be discussed with Mr. Moore, and you will then receive feedback of the outcome. This is sometimes a challenging situation as we have to take COVID-19 protocol and DBE protocol into consideration. Our first project for this term is a Civvies Day, then Mother's Day, and then Father's Day. Fundraising initiatives will assist in covering costs for our Grade 7's farewell at the end of the year, as well as a small gift for the school from the Grade 7 group of 2021. Grade 7 farewell. We want to make every Grade 7 learner's year a special and unforgettable one. Hopefully, we will be able to provide a memory-filled farewell for our children.
Dearest Grade 7 parents, I'm Carol van der Berg. I am the SBST coordinator, and I'm sure most of you know me. I'm also the counselor at the school. Now, SBST stands for School-Based Support Team. We support our children on many different levels. We look at first of all, the curricular challenges. We get together, the children get identified, we help and support to have them assessed, work out a individual support plan, and that is just curricular. On the emotional, social, welfare side, we also try and support, and we're very aware of the challenges that COVID brought. If there's anything that you need us to know, please just email us, phone us, send a message, and we're here to support you as well as your children. Please remind your child every day that he or she is special, that they're loved, and please do never ever underestimate the effect of a divorce, death of a pet, and of course at the moment we having children dealing with the death of parents, grandparents, family members, and other losses. Please take care and just remember we're here for you. I also deal with the grade 7 applications for grade 8 for high school. Please be aware that the high school applications open very early in term 2. You will be notified in time. And I'm sure all of you are aware that all applications must be done online. I urge all parents every year, please do not apply to only one high school. It doesn't mean that if you apply to a school of your choice, you're going to be accepted. You can always, even if you get accepted to 3 schools, you can always say at the end of the year, thank you, but my child will not attend. Believe me, all our local high schools have long, long waiting lists. We struggled last year, and we only placed our last 2020 grade 7s just before schools reopened. So please don't apply to only one school. Then there's always children that want to go to other schools. If there's a testimonial needed, please let me know in time so we can get that ready for you. Grade 7s, please work hard, get those marks on your reports, and go to high school with a very good record. Thank you.
If you would like the teachers to know anything specific about your child, or you would like to know anything subject related, please send an email or a message on Teams or make an appointment via the office. And then remember to do the payment of classwork books. That's R200. Pay in at your registered teacher or at the office or EFT.